Hey guys, Mike here from Movie Nation.
In today's video, we bring you the movie, Burning Bright. In this story, a girl and her younger brother get trapped inside a house with a ferocious hungry tiger during a hurricane. Will they manage to get out? Let's find out. A man is driving a truck on a lonely road. Attached to the truck is a trailer which seems to be carrying some kind of circus animal. The news on the radio announces an approaching hurricane in the area. The truck comes to a halt and the driver waits for someone. Another truck pulling a trailer shows up and a man named Johnny tries to shake hands, but the other guy just asks Johnny for a permit which he presents. Soon we see that it is a tiger inside the trailer and Johnny says he wants a trained and scary tiger for his safari ranch. The other guy informs him that this tiger had once attacked a circus horse during a show, broken its spine and eaten it alive.
You ever heard a horse scream, Mr. Kavanaugh?
Seems like an evil tiger. Johnny agrees to pay the full amount wanted for the tiger, and the other guy says that the tiger hasn't been fed in 2 weeks, and Johnny decides to name the tiger Lucifer.
Lucifer?
The scene cuts to a girl named Kelly and her brother Tom. Kelly is trying to convince her brother to stay at a special hospital because she has to go to college. She says she is unable to be around him all the time. Tom is an autistic kid and he doesn't respond to this. The head of the hospital, Dr. Orsi, goes through their file and asks Kelly if she is planning to take care of Tom after she finishes college. Since their mother's death, the siblings have been living with their stepfather and Kelly has been taking care of Tom. Kelly says that she will do what's best for Tom. Dr. Orsi and informs Kelly that her form of payment to the hospital was rejected. Kelly is shocked and she calls the bank only to find out that her stepfather withdrew all the money and closed the account. Johnny arrives at the ranch with the tiger and few guys are there to help him unhitch the trailer. They nail boards to the windows at the house in preparation for the approaching hurricane. One of the guys puts his hand inside the cage and Lucifer bites off one of his fingers. Johnny gives him some money and tells him to go to a hospital that won't report this accident. Kelly arrives at the ranch looking for Johnny. She is furious about what happened and walks around the house looking for him. When she comes to the kitchen, she happens to see a big freezer and wonders what it's for. Meanwhile, Tom is outside and he sees the truck. He walks towards the trailer and hears Lucifer growl. Tom is intrigued and he tries to open the trailer door. Just then, Johnny walks over and orders Tom to go inside because it's not safe outside. Kelly sees Johnny from the window and rushes downstairs to confront him. They have an argument about her mother's will and the money that was left for them. Johnny claims the money and the house belongs to him. He says that he doesn't have any more money left because he bought a tiger. He wants people to take his safari ranch seriously and he thinks a tiger would be the real deal. Kelly is disappointed and says the money was to take care of Tom. Then Johnny reminds her that she doesn't have to take care of Tom and that he will. Kelly scoffs at the idea knowing that Johnny is a selfish, uncaring man. Johnny leaves and Tom tells Kelly that he is hungry. She makes him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and cuts it into cute little squares. When she pours him a glass of milk, Tom gets upset and reacts. Then Kelly escorts him out of the kitchen and they watch a homemade video of Tom's 8th birthday with their mom. Afterwards, Kelly calls the person in charge of her college scholarship to ask if she could postpone her admission, but since she has postponed the scholarship twice already, she is asked to let her stepfather take care of Tom and resume college. Kelly realizes that she doesn't have a choice now, and while thinking about it she hears Tom stepping on a creaking staircase. This annoys her and she asks him to stop, but he continues and Kelly gets mad at him. Tom reacts badly and hides inside a cave made of blankets in his room. Then Kelly sees some medication and wonders if Tom took any of it, but she gets no response. Kelly is so frustrated with how things are going and she screams into her pillow. While in the bathroom, Kelly hears the front door opening and she goes downstairs to find Tom looking into the distance. The two of them hear the growls of a tiger coming from a distance. They shut the door feeling disturbed by the continuing growls. The scene then cuts to someone pulling Lucifer's cage to the front door of the house and opening it to release him. We don't see the face of the man who does this. The camera pans around the house, showing us Lucifer's view as he goes from room to room. Kelly goes to Tom's room and tries to kill him, but thankfully it's just a nightmare. The hurricane is in full swing now, and Kelly goes to check on Tom as he is sleeping peacefully. She goes to the kitchen downstairs and finds a note from Johnny saying he has gone out to get some things. As she goes back upstairs, she hears a noise, but she doesn't know where it came from. She looks around as she hears the noise again, and when she is about to go back to her room, she is startled to see Lucifer walking through the house. Kelly is terrified and she tries to look for a way out. She realizes that the windows are blocked with boards and she can't seem to break them. She tries to make a call, but her cell phone is dead. She approaches the landline, but the hurricane has disrupted the connection. Hearing Lucifer's growl, Kelly goes to Tom's room and wakes him up. She has no luck in trying to get out through the windows. Suddenly Tom goes missing and Kelly starts looking for him everywhere, panicking. She goes to the basement looking for him, and there she finds another phone. She manages to call the police, but they inform her that nobody is around the area due to the adverse weather. Kelly then calls Johnny, but he doesn't pick up. Johnny has left his phone in the car and gone to a bar to drink. Suddenly, Kelly hears creaking floors and she rushes back upstairs, only to find Lucifer there, so she runs back downstairs and opens the front door, but the door has been boarded too. When she runs to the back, even that door is boarded. Kelly then goes back to the basement, but Lucifer follows her there. She quickly climbs up the laundry chute but drops her cell phone. Lucifer barges in and walks around sniffing her scent. Suddenly, her phone rings and it's the police calling her back. Lucifer destroys the phone, all the while Kelly starts sweating and slipping through the chute. A drop of her sweat falls to the floor and Lucifer comes under the chute and looks directly at Kelly. He lunges through the chute, but he can't get inside due to his size, so he starts using his paws to attack. Kelly tries hard to use her arms and knees to move up the chute, but it's too slippery and she slips a few inches and the tiger almost attacks her. She somehow climbs up the chute and comes out of it at the bathroom, where Tom is seated on the floor staring into space. The two of them go to Johnny's room where they see a computer and try to access the internet, but there is no connection. Lucifer smells them and tries to break down the door. Kelly grabs Tom and empties a bottle of perfume to mask their scent, and they hide under the bed. Lucifer breaks the door and walks in. Tom is fascinated by the animal and tries to reach out, but Kelly stops him. While they wait silently in fear, Lucifer gets on the bed but gets down a while later. As Kelly is trying to see where the tiger went, Lucifer attacks them from under the bed, and when they move away the tiger puts his head under the bed. Lucifer rips through the mattress, but Kelly and Tom somehow manage to run out the door. Wondering what to do, Kelly grabs some raw meat from the kitchen and she hides some sleeping pills inside the meat. While she does this, Tom is hungry and starts demanding food. Kelly gives him some chocolate and lines up the meat for Lucifer to hopefully find. They go back upstairs and Kelly tries to open the door to the attic, but she sees that it has been screwed tight, so she runs back to Tom and they move to an unfinished room where they find their mom's clothes. Kelly blocks the door with a dresser and gives their mom's clothing to Tom to keep him calm. When Lucifer tries to break the door down, she grabs a crowbar and hides in the closet with Tom. Lucifer enters the room and prowls around looking for the humans. The tiger senses their hiding spot and Kelly quickly breaks the wall behind the closet using the crowbar and pushes Tom through it. But before she can escape, the tiger attacks her and claws at her leg, injuring her. They run to the drawing room where Kelly picks up some bullets and tries to find a gun, but she can't find the gun and feels helpless. While looking for something to help her get out, she finds a life insurance policy for $250,000 on both her and Tom. Kelly finally finds the gun and loads it up. She instructs Tom to stay put, but he doesn't listen to her. Kelly tries to shoot Lucifer, but the gun doesn't fire and Kelly has a narrow escape. She finds a window that is open and lets herself outside, then she runs to the car and thinks of driving away immediately to save herself, but the thought of Tom being inside the house all alone with a tiger changes her mind. She starts crying and gets out of the car, determined to help her brother. Kelly goes back into the house and finds Tom hiding in the closet. Kelly tells him that she's sorry about Mom leaving them, but she promises not to leave him. She makes a torch, then they go downstairs and Lucifer sees them and jumps onto them from the railing. Kelly shoots the tiger, but she misses the shot. Having no other option to escape, Kelly and Tom hide inside the freezer. Tom quickly feels claustrophobic and starts panicking, but Kelly sings him a lullaby and puts him to sleep. After some time, they get out from the freezer and hear someone outside. Just then, Johnny opens the door and enters the house armed with a rifle. He is shocked to find Kelly and Tom and he ends up revealing that it was him who killed their mother. Right then, Lucifer jumps on him and Kelly tries to protect Tom. When she turns around she sees Lucifer feeding on Johnny while he is still alive. They quietly reach the door to go outside, when Kelly and Lucifer make eye contact, then it roars and they quickly leave the house. The rain has finally stopped and as they are standing on the porch, Tom holds Kelly's hand and they smile. Subscribe to watch more videos like this, turn on notifications and comment which movie you would like us to recap next. Thank you for watching.